Hey YouTube, hey YouTube, hey! It's Wednesday, I'm a little bit dishevelled. I'm not long up, but I've watched the Ant-Man trailer and I felt compelled to talk about it. The premise of this trailer is that Paul Rudd, the excellent Paul Rudd, who I want to see in far more, because, you know, if there isn't a moment in here where somebody gives him a bass and asks him to slap it, I'll be disappointed. But no, Paul Rudd is playing Scott Lang, who in the comics is the second Ant-Man. He is broken out of prison by Hank Pym, who in the comics is the first Ant-Man, played by Michael Douglas, with a goatee. Yeah, he's broken out of prison by Michael Douglas, who is Hank Pym, as a professional thief. He needs him to do some thievery. He bequeaths upon him the Ant-Man suit, which looks, do you know, it's very reminiscent of the Silver Age suit, the original suit, and yet it's given it a modern take. So it's kind of like Eric O'Grady's suit as well. It's a cool suit, you know, and for you know, this movie has everything going against it. It's been in development hell for about 10 years. Even before there was Marvel Studios, pre-Iron Man even, they were working on Ant-Man. Edgar Wright put his heart and soul into this, and then last year, he just quit over the differences. I think the rumor says it had something to do with how they were connecting it to the rest of the universe, and he didn't want it to go in that direction, but whatever. It's a shame, really. It would have been, that man was born to make comic book movies, and this would have been something different. But hey, from the trailer that we've seen, we might be in for something. We might be in for a treat here. It's not half bad. We see, you know, Paul Rudd's clearly in shape. We see a little bit of Evangeline Lilly playing Hope Van Dyne, Hank Pym's daughter, who may or may not be the Wasp. Let's just see. Those characters are overdue. Ant-Man / Giant Man and the Wasp, those characters are overdue. They're founding Avengers who've been left out of the franchise hitherto. And I'm really glad they're getting their moment in the sun. I wrote an article on a website a couple of years ago how to get Ant-Man right. But that was based on the premise that Hank Pym, the Ant-Man that I grew up reading, the Ant-Man and Giant Man that I was aware of, was going to be in the movie. He is, but you know, in a mentor type of role. So this could work. Scott Lang, you see a little bit of his daughter, Cassie Lang, who at some point when she grows up, spoilers following her dad's death, takes up the mantle of Stature, who's another sort of size-changing superhero. Joins the Young Avengers. That's by the by. We see. We cannot disregard the fact that he shrinks down, can control ants, and rides on ants, and flies around on an ant. That's just, I mean, that's Ant-Man right there. It's sort of cheesy. It's kind of like wacky sci-fi. But that works, and I'm on board with that. I would like to see that. It's refreshing. Each Marvel movie is sort of its own genre within itself, and this almost seems like a throwback to that era. You know, like Weird Science and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's sort of very serious. You know, they're breaking the tone of the trailer isn't hilarious. It's not a funny trailer. It's kind of serious in the 1 minute 55 seconds, but it's good. They button it with Paul Rudd just asking, can we change the name? Is it too late to change the name? Because nobody's getting that's what this movie's going against it. It's called Ant-Man. Nobody's impressed by a name like Ant-Man. Maybe in the 60s they might have been, not so much anymore. But it understands that. It recognizes that, and it's working with it, because there was that they did that little sort of test reel where it was just Ant-Man taking down guys in the hallway, because even when he's tiny, he still has the proportionate strength of a full-grown man, so that works. And it doesn't thrill me. It doesn't have me hooked quite the way the Age of Ultron trailer would, or like the Hobbit trailers have in the past, but it's a pretty good trailer. I'm looking forward to it. I know my girlfriend will be, because she adores Paul Rudd, and for me, Paul Rudd is a guy who's, I've covered this before, but he's a guy who's never quite gotten his fair slice of the Hollywood pie, and I'm glad to see him stepping up and getting the recognition he deserves. So this will be good. I'm looking forward to it, and yeah, if you have any thoughts on the Ant-Man trailer, please by all means share them below, and yeah, I'll see you soon.